Hello, I'm Tim Takaro. I'm a physician scientist on unceded Kakite territory in the Coast Salish lands on British Columbia. I'm going to talk today about my actions to combat climate change. First, I'd like to acknowledge my Indigenous brothers and sisters, the Coast Salish, Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Coquitlam bands. Very happy to work with a number of organizations. I stand on the shoulders of many, and these organizations which support the work I do. How close is the front line of climate change? Well, this is the Antarctic ice sheet breaking off in Antarctica. There is a front line here in British Columbia as well at my university. This is Simon Fraser University. This front line involves expansion of the Trans Mountain Pipeline from the Alberta tar sands to the sea right below my university on Burrard Inlet. There are thousands of people working with us to stop this pipeline. And importantly, we have the blessings of the Tsleil-Waututh Nation. This is the watch house being built on Burnaby Mountain near the tank storage facility. I'm going to talk about civil disobedience today and why civil disobedience is justified in today's climate emergency. First of all, actions to date, as everyone knows, have been insufficient. This chart just shows how dramatically insufficient that is, with increasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, along with increasing temperatures over the last several decades. These increases have resulted thousands of deaths across the world. In my province alone, this summer, we had almost 600 deaths from a heat event and from recent flooding and landslides. Climate change projections are unacceptable for human health and for the health of the planet. We know how to achieve a decarbonized economy. We could secure these public health benefits. Yes, of course, voting is critical, but oftentimes voting is not enough. This particular project, what I call the Kenny Trudeau Trans Mountain Pipeline, because the Premier of Alberta, Jason Kenney, and the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, could stop this project with a tweet. Our governments are not responding. This pipeline will increase the risks that we face, including more death from climate change. Well-planned climate action gives many opportunities to improve health, equity, and human rights. Civil disobedience is public, nonviolent action in breach of the law aimed at changing law or policy when other avenues have failed. It is an act of conscience, and participants accept possible punishment. There are many examples through history how civil disobedience has been effective. One is the civil rights movement, and Martin Luther King, one of its leaders, was very clear about accepting the consequences. In no sense do I advocate evading or defying the law. That would lead to anarchy. One who breaks an unjust law must do so openly, lovingly, and with a willingness to accept the penalty. I submit that an individual who breaks a law that conscience tells him is unjust and who willingly accepts the penalty of imprisonment in order to arouse the conscience of the community over its injustice is in reality expressing the highest respect for the law. This was in his letter from the Birmingham jail. So after participating in government processes on the approval of the project and being told that while we want you to comment on the health impacts, you cannot comment on any health impacts that involve climate change, because climate change cannot be discussed in the review of this project. So a process rigged from the very beginning. We then worked with the Health Officers Council of British Columbia, recognizing that the risk assessment for the project done by the proponent of the project, at the time, Kinder Morgan, a Texas pipeline company, was totally inadequate. And the Health Officers Council of British Columbia requested an independent, cumulative, and comprehensive risk assessment, health impacts assessment, which has never been done. So it was clear to me that the time had come for civil disobedience when all the legal remedies had been dispelled. And I ended up in the trees of my city, Burnaby, blocking the construction on August 3rd, beginning on August 3rd of 2020. I expected to be arrested very quickly and was told I would be at the most up there 3 days. I'm now just having been arrested after 16 months. We'll describe a little bit of what it was like in this incredible journey blocking the Kenny Trudeau Trans Mountain Pipeline. We built a treehouse after my initial ledge what was deemed not comfortable enough for the winter. So we built this this lovely treehouse, which unfortunately was removed by the company and the trees felled. But since we've had 5 more worksite occupations within a kilometer of that original site, each first with a 9-month delay and then with a 6-month delay, with the help of a hummingbird whose nest prevented Trans Mountain from continuing with their construction. Mother Nature stepped in again 3 weeks ago with floods causing the closure of the existing pipeline and stopping the Kenny Trudeau Trans Mountain construction. I was finally arrested last week by militarized police, and I expect to serve jail time. I would put to you that there is a duty to protect life on the planet. It is a personal choice whether to break the law, and it depends on your experience and career path. Each of us have gifts that we can hopefully express in this work, and within each of these gifts, there is an actionable piece. This changes over the course of even a year. Be ready for it. Search for your gifts, reflect on those, and learn how to express them. This is the existential expression of knowledge to action, something that all public health professionals do and must do as part of their job. Thank you.